What's the most entitled demand you've ever heard from someone broke? I'm 31, and for years I thought my best friend and I had a bond that nothing could break. He's 33, and honestly, I've always seen him as someone with a lot of potential. He's smart, funny, and when things are good, he can be the kind of person you're grateful to have in your corner. But over time, I started to notice that when it came to real responsibility, he never seemed willing to step up. He has a computer science degree, but he's never worked a day in the field. Not once, since graduating almost a decade ago. Every job that came along, he'd find a reason to turn down. The pay wasn't high enough, the position wasn't senior enough, or he felt the role wasn't worthy of him. So, the only thing he ever really did was dabble in online investing. Forex trading, he said. He used to claim he could make about $20 a day, which was enough for him since he lived cheaply in a shared house. But recently, the truth started showing through. His savings ran out, his parents had been covering his rent and bills, and even they reached a breaking point and cut him off. Meanwhile, I've been working steadily as a server in a nice restaurant. It's not where I expected to be when I graduated, but life doesn't always follow a plan. When I couldn't find work in my field, I did the practical thing. I got off my ass, took the job, and made the best of it. I've built a good reputation. I have a boss who trusts me, and I take pride in being good at what I do. I offered to help him too, many times. My boss was even ready to hire him full-time based on my recommendation alone. But every time I brought it up, he dodged the offer with some vague excuse. That all came to a head the other day. He called me sounding stressed and desperate. His parents had cut him off, and he was out of money. He asked to borrow some cash from me. I told him I don't lend money as a rule, but that there would always be a plate of food for him at my house, and the job was still waiting for him if he wanted to start earning his own way, and that's when he let it slip. He told me flat out he didn't want to be a server because it was a low job, one that wouldn't earn him any respect. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I told him, respect isn't about job titles. It's about working hard and doing what you need to do to survive. That's what I do every day. But then he went further. He said that working as a waiter in your 30s means people can't respect you. That cut deeper than I expected. I've never been ashamed of what I do. I know it isn't glamorous, but it's honest work. I provide for my family. I don't freeload off anyone, and I'm proud of that. To hear my so-called best friend call my career low while refusing to work himself, it stung. I told him he was being offensive and needed to think about what he'd just said. He didn't back down. He doubled down, listing other low jobs like cleaning or street sweeping, insisting those roles were beneath respect too. When I asked for an apology, he refused. At that moment, I started questioning why I was even friends with him, but it got worse. The next day, he called again. He said he'd thought about it, and he was willing to take the restaurant job, but only if certain conditions were met. He wanted to start as a manager immediately, despite having no experience, not even a single shift on the floor, and he also wanted to move in with me so I could drive him to work, because the bus ride from his house would take 35 minutes, and he thought that was too long. He even suggested my youngest daughter move in with her sister so he could take her room. I was stunned. The level of entitlement was unlike anything I'd seen before. This wasn't about being desperate or embarrassed or struggling. This was about his ego. He didn't want to do honest work unless it came with authority and convenience handed to him on a silver platter. I hung up on him. Since then, I felt disgusted. It's like I finally saw who he really is. His parents, his father a bus driver, his mother a retired teacher, are humble, hard-working people. They even went back to work in their 70s just to keep supporting him. Meanwhile, their grown son sits around too proud to take a single honest job, yet feels comfortable looking down on the people who do, including me. I can't excuse that. For years, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, thinking maybe he just hadn't found the right fit or was struggling with confidence. But this isn't about that. It's about arrogance. He wants respect without effort, money without work, and status without sacrifice. And he has no problem insulting me in the process. My wife is right. It's time to cut the cord. I've been patient and kind long enough. I can't keep a person like that in my life. A real friend lifts you up even when life isn't perfect. He's shown me he isn't capable of that. So now I have to do the hard thing and let go of a friendship that no longer deserves my respect.